So here's an example of a diorama for our ecosystem project. You can see that I asked my teacher for this box and they gave it to me because I didn't have one at home. And I asked my teacher for some tissue paper and construction paper. We also printed out the pictures of these animals at school and gathered some rocks from outside. I was also able to grab some tissue paper or construction paper to make the water as well. We create the background in class. If you want to create your own at home, you can, but this kind of portion of the assignment will be done in class if you'd like. Let's go ahead through the rubric to check it out. So turned in on time gets me a point. I have my box decorated to represent my ecosystem. My ecosystem is the boreal forest ecosystem within the taiga biome. And so I have represented my ecosystem and have done a nice job on my diorama. Next are animals and plants labeled in the diorama. So you can see I have deer are biotic, which means living. I didn't need to label every deer. Bear, biotic. There's some rocks are abiotic, water, abiotic. Back here you can see we have snow and air is abiotic. And then some coniferous trees are biotic. And then I have my other trees labeled here as biotic as well, along with some of the animals in the background. So everything is labeled as necessary, and so I earn my point for that. Next, living, biotic, and non-living, abiotic, are labeled in the diorama. When we already saw that to be true for each item. So I get my point for that. And then a short paragraph that gives 3 examples of how your living and non-living things depend or rely on each other. So here's my paragraph, and my name is at the top and also on my diorama. I just listed my biome and ecosystem. There are many living and non-living things in my ecosystem, and here's my 3 explanations. The bears, deer, wolves, and squirrels rely on the water to drink. The trees also rely on the water for nutrients. Second, the wolves rely on the deer and fish for food. And third, the squirrels rely on the trees for shelter and their acorns for food. So I have my paragraph and I have all 3 descriptions. So I have a 7 out of 7 because I have limited errors in my paragraph. I earned an E for this assignment. So that's what you need to do. Notice that the labels are not typed. I actually have nothing typed in this project. Everything is handwritten, and there's plenty that can be done right at school as long as you ask the teacher. So that is your ecosystem diorama project. If you have questions, please talk to one of your teachers.